Welcome back to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. My name is Emil. Before we start, can I just say, wow, look at my stunning new studio, by the way. It's amazing in here. It's massive, huge. There's a drinks machine over there. Yep. It's a great start to the final 10 games for Newcastle United. We got a win at the St Mary's Stadium. We did it the hard way with a one-man advantage and VAR on our side, and rightly so, but Saint-Maximin came up with the goods at the end. These are the player ratings for the 1-0 away win to Southampton. We'll start with Dubravka in goal, who had quite a quiet game, really, but another clean sheet to his name. I think it's his 9th this season. Usual routine performance, really, when he's not got much to do. There was a few efforts, which one was pretty troubling, when Long seemed to pick it up in nowhere and have a quick go. But other than that, it was kind of down to the ground and catching the ball with his hands and his knees. Dubravka gets 8. Manquillo next, who defensively, I think we, as a whole, look more solid anyway since he's been back in the team. He's a better defender than what I would say maybe Yedlin is. But similar to Yedlin going forward, he does need to work on that delivery. It was a little bit wasteful. There was a few times where I just thought, oh man, just can you not try and do a bit better there? But it kept on happening. But Manquillo gets a 6. Fernandez, who, again, very similar to Dubravka. You can't really complain with this performance. No goals conceded once again. Second half was a bit shakier. You know, they let them in at the start of the second half. They kind of switched off a bit, him and Lascelles. But he looked actively involved with the VAR decisions. I know that it's not actually Fernandez who decides that, but he's very calm around the ref, I've noticed. So that's always a nice, good factor to have someone like that in your team who can reason and kind of just usher everyone away. 7 for Fernandez. Lascelles had a stronger game, I think, than what we've seen in recent weeks. He had everything well drilled at the back, which is what you want from the captain. He did have the ball in the net as well. He's still capable of causing bother at both ends of the pitch. And like I say, similar to Fernandez, he was a little bit troubled, but you'd expect that when Southampton got the backs up and gave us a real go, which was credit to them given they had 10 men. But then again, it is Newcastle. Lascelles gets 8. Rose, I think, was the best we've seen of him in the league. Can rely on him in defence. He's one of those players that you know what you're going to get, which I think everyone did. He's a pretty astute defender. And going forward, he looks fitter. More creativity coming from him. He's linking up better, which is what we thought would happen as he gets more game time. So, yeah, doing exactly what he does on the tin. And he loves fish and chips. 7 for Rose. Matt Ritchie, the Portsmouth fan that everyone kept mentioning. He looked a bit scrappy, to be honest, threw the ball at first, got away from him a few times. The penalty miss was by no means his fault. If anyone wants to point the finger at Ritchie for going the same way that he always has, the keeper was having a blinder. McCarthy was just playing out of his skin. So, yeah, but Ritchie's performance, other than that penalty, which was well taken, it wasn't his best. Maybe causing conflict over whether Tim or Lazaro should start, we'll see. 5 for Ritchie. Hayden was in the middle, who had a quiet game. Didn't really have a lot to take care of. He was stamped on, obviously, by Gineppo, which led to the red card and VAR stepping in. But Hayden seems to take a while on the ball. He was very slow. We could have been faster as a whole, I think, when we were attacking Southampton. Speeding up the game can work wonders, but, you know, inoffensive performance from Hayden. I'll give him a 6. Shelvey had a game of 2 halves. First half, Hollywood performance. The passes he was putting in were just incredible. Obviously, the ball into Gale early on for that header. And there was a wild one where he just put it behind him. Saint-Maximin got on it. We saw this against Burnley where he was just kind of what looks like kicking it nowhere, and then it lands at the feet of the person you wanted. So he's got an idea of what he wants to do. Second half, not so much. He had an awful 20-minute period where he just gave it away and the ball just didn't quite work and he was getting frustrated. You could see that. But, you know, let's focus on the positives in this one. 8 for Shelvey. I think it's deserved. Best we've seen for a while. Saint-Maximin, it was the man who we knew would be the difference. Not just this game, but going forward for the rest of the season. The goal was so well taken. He gave Valerie hell. And you knew that from the outset that he was going to struggle with him. So he exploited that. He had 55 touches in this game. He broke them down, and the goal, like I say, it was really nicely taken, and it was going to take something like that to beat their keeper. Saint-Maximin gets 9. Almiron, as ever, got us out of some dodgy situations with the ball. He won us some good free kicks as well. You know, when we want to kind of get away from the danger that Southampton were posing, or any team in that matter, Almiron's the one who can run, and then gets taken down and suddenly suddenly we're on the front foot. Unlucky not to score as well. He was involved in that kind of onslaught near the start with Gale, where the keeper was just batting everything away. But 7 for Almiron, I think. He did well, but others kind of took the centre stage on this occasion. Dwight Gale started the game, which I think was a good option. And, you know, he's now able to get into positions where we're creating more for him. Countless opportunities were missed, though. The keeper, as I said, it was down to him for most of them. And the one that he missed by inches when Saint-Maximin did the hard work to get down the wing and cross it in, he missed just frustratingly close on this occasion. But 7 for Gale. I thought he put the effort in and a full game from him. The subs, we saw Joe Linton come on for Ritchie. There's a few questions over maybe if he should have been starting. It's amazing how opinions change on Joe Linton, but I thought that was a clever choice. In this game, he came on and he replaced Ritchie. It was a good substitution, and he'd had a bit of a rest prior to that. So he came on, he looked he looked good on the ball, I thought. He was kind of winding his way around the plays, similar to what we saw against West Brom in the week. So long may that continue. 7 for Joe Linton. Lazaro was on for Manquillo, who added a bit more flair to the wing. Beat his man a few times, which we know we can see. I like Lazaro. I think he's going to be good for us going forward as well. Longstaff came on for Hayden, and as I mentioned, Hayden was a bit slow. Longstaff, a little bit more up for it, I would say. More attack-minded, sustained the pressure, and we saw the game out. But we didn't really need much from Longstaff, so we'll give him a 5, but that's by no means to say he had a bad game. He just only played for about 10 minutes, so there. We got 3 points from this one. No one at this time thought we would get any more points this season because it was the doom and gloom, but this positivity should grow now. We might even get more confidence. Talented players on that pitch, as we know. One in particular who can change games by clicking his fingers, and they're starting to find the best setup. So let's see what happens next. I can't wait. Catch you soon.